Hi, today's class will discuss about result set object and prepare statement and callable statement. So yesterday's class will discuss about result set, right? So there are four types of result sets or objects available in Java. So we'll discuss this two and we'll discuss one more. Yesterday we given a definition of a scalable result set. What is scalable result set? Scalable result set is also called as bidirectional result set. I think I gave the notes, I guess.
You gave only for read-only and unidirectional. You were about to tell about bidirectional and scalable, but we didn't discuss about it.
Yeah, now we'll talk about. Please write down. A bidirectional result set. A bidirectional result set, also called as scalable allow us to move in the forward direction as well as in the backward direction. Now we'll see how to write scalable result set objects. Even though I am covering one concept only, but I am covering the multiple here. So we'll see in one object. Statement demo here yesterday, and we'll see result set demo. I'm creating a class here called as result set demo. I'm going to use same code to connections to the data, and only that if condition will be changing. Very important question. What are the steps we need to follow to get the connection from the database?
First, we need to load the driver. Then we have to establish a connection. Then we have to create a statement.
So here, we're loading the statement only. Let me comment the code. We're loading the statement only. This is one more parameter in the connect create statement. There are different parameters are there. I want to see what is the result set object parameter. Connection dot create statement. This is the result set type. Okay. In the result set type, I'm going to use the result set interface, right? Result
Yes.
set dot. So dot. The dot. Type scroll sensitive. Type scroll sensitive, comma. Result set dot. Conquer read only. Yes. So like this statement object will get. I see here. I am getting the statement itself. Type result set type scroll sensitive and conquer read only. Based on create statement. Once we got this one, once we execute this query, I will be getting and I don't want to use if condition here because it's not required. While condition, yeah, I'm going to use that way. This copy paste codes like this one will be there. So yeah,
So this result set will is written one row or more than one row?
more than one row.
So when you say result user ID, username, so this will be how this will display, like there will be a number of rows, they will come one by one.
No.
Is it a
Still my code is not completed. Still my code is not completed. The yesterday's code where we are getting the result set object that contains number of rows. Here I'm going to loop through by using while loop result set at next method. I'm going to retrieve all the data which is like user ID, username, password, address. Now I'm changing my completely my code and I want to see how many rows are there. First of all, I will see first how many rows. Okay. Result set dot. There is a method called as get rows. In the result set object, we have a method called as get rows to get the rows. Please write down. The get row method in the result set object returns integer. It shows how many rows are available. Now rs dot result set dot previous. Now again, what row this is we are getting here. See, I previously I was using a while. Everybody is clear, right? Piyush, Sugana, up to this statement, everybody is clear, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, J2ee.
Yes.
Yeah. By using result set dot next method, I'm getting some data from the result set object. So I'm going to display again. I'm going to see what data it is, and again I'm going to make result set dot previous method. I'm going to see what data it is. Okay. I'm running the application. Load the driver. Result set to 1, 1. Result set to 0. See, first the rows will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose in my database, how many records are that many records will store, right? Now, if I make it as a next method, from 0 to, it will point to next row. First output will be first row it is connecting. Again, from first row to previous, it is connected to 0. That's the reason I'm getting the first row and second row. First row and second row. First row and 0th row. Clear, right?
Yes. Yes, J2ee.
There is a method called as result set dot absolute. Very important concept. Result set. Please concentrate. Absolute. Here I am going to use. Hey Spawny, I want to get the third record. Okay. So Pavani told, hey Chaitanya, I want third record. So as per my manager requirement, I got it. Got it? RS dot result set dot absolute method is written. Directly we can move to any other row. Now we'll see what is the output here. What is the output? The result set currently what is this pointing? 0, right? This is third record. Now we'll see the result set dot first method. Result set dot first method points to first row. Result set dot last method point to last row. The result set dot previous method can be used to point to the previous row. Now we just see here only scroll sensitive. Now we are going to see how many types of scroll sensitive. There are two types of scrollable result set objects. One is type scroll insensitive. Type scroll sensitive. Please read on this. The scroll insensitive result set will not pick up the scroll insensitive result set will not pick up the changes that are made to the database after opening the result set. That means I'm using the scroll insensitive, right? One second. Scroll insensitive, right? Suppose this will fetch this will fetch the data before a result set object is created. So this is the data where I'm fetching, I'm getting the connection here, statement object here. Based on the statement object, I'm going to get the result set object. So once the result set object is created, after that, if any changes in the database, once this line is executed, after that, suppose consider this line is executed by 6:40 p.m. a.m. 6:41 a.m. again there is some data is inserted in the database. It won't pick the data. This is the use of type scroll insensitive. I mean, it is insensitive. Okay. If you see type scroll sensitive, yes, scroll sensitive rule set can pick up the changes. That are made to the database after opening the rule set object. After opening the rule set to fetch data, after opening the rule set, full stop. Next point. To get the fetch data, we should use, there is a method called as result dot refresh. There are many methods out there now. You have to go through that. You have enough time is there. Result dot refresh row. Now tell me, what is the use of refresh rows method in result set object?
I think once you're looking at the data and if any change is made, after that it will refresh the row.
Yes.
If any change is made in one of the rows, like any update is made, it will show that, right?
Yeah. So what is the is Pavani? Pavani.
Chaitanya?
Yeah.
Yes, Chaitanya?
What is the difference between last row, next method and first method?
Next method actually will point to the next to the first row, and the first row will point to the first row.
Absolute method?
It points to the row which has mentioned.
Yeah. And we wrote here concurrent read only, right? We'll see what is concurrent read only. We can perform the modifications using a result set that is concurrent read only. Concurrent read only. Here I'm getting, each and every time I don't want to write the code to get the connection. Okay. I want to write this code into the static block. What is this? Hello?
Static block.
What static block will do? What static block will do? Come on, someone tell the answer. What static block will do? Search. What is the difference between static block and instance blocks in Java?
Static block will run once and instance will run every time an object.
What is the what will happen if I have static block and if I have constructor in Java? Who will execute first?
Static block will execute first. Static block will execute first.
Yeah, the scenarios I'm going to use static blocks here. Okay.
Okay.
Now here I got the connection object and I got the driver here. Okay. Now I just want to use only some data related to select statement. Let me see this one. I want to get the connection from. I want to get the connection and I want to use this statement. That's it. Now in the main method, I'm going very deep inside. What are instance variables in Java? How to use them? Now here, what I done here? Anybody can you tell me? Anyone tell me what I done here so far? Pavani, go ahead.
We created an variable connection.
Please don't use mobile. Switch off your mobiles. Yeah, please tell me first. Don't have time.
We have actually created a connection variable, and then we have assigned a driver manager.get connection to it.
Okay. Then after that, we create a class first. Inside this class, we have taken a static connection variable. In the connection variable, I'm making as a global instance variable so that everywhere it's available. So I have a static block here. Inside the static block, I'm loading the driver and I'm getting the connection. That's it. Why it is? Because each and every time, before loading all application, no need to write it because I have different methods like public void get data. Okay, I'm just passing the connection object. That's it. Now I have one more data called insert data, select data, update data. Insert data, update data. Okay, select is not equal, set is get. So in these scenarios, so each and every time I no need to create object. I don't need to create in every method. I don't need to load the driver. So I just use directly connection dot create statement. Connection dot create statement. That's it, right? So I saved the code, and also each and every time I want, whenever the class is loaded, I want static block should execute first. So if you have a constructor, if you have a method, if you have a static blocks in Java, static block will execute first. That means without calling static block, automatically the static block will execute. That means when you run the application, I have predefined driver is loaded, and I have database connection is loaded. This is the way we will use real-time coding like this. This step one. This is, there are many steps are there. We will talk about one by one later. Is any confusing here? Serge, do you get any confuse here?
No, it's okay.
Yeah. Now, I'm getting the result set object. Results dot last method. Last. Okay. In my database, what are the data is available here? System, password, J2ee, J2ee. So CK, Suguna, Pavani, PS. Total 4 records are available. When in the application, nothing, because I'm not displaying anything here. Now, so this is a dot delete row. I'm going to delete some rows. First, I'm going to last row. Then I'm going to delete some row here. Right click and run the application. Error I got. Invalid operation for read only result set. So yeah, I should use case insensitive. Now if I run the application. Oh. One second, there may be some data issue. Invalid operations for read only result set, delete row. No, this will be case sensitive only. Types called sensitive, and this is conquer read only. Then I'm loading the result set object. From the result set, I want to do this one. Okay. No. This is not okay. Now, I have written separate program where to update the records. Results dot. Sorry. I have one more method. Update the records. records. I'm just passing the rule set object here. Based on RS, I'm going to get absolute. I want to update one record only. It's called line number. I want update third record Pavani. Okay. Now R start update string. Pavani is string, right? So what is the column index and what is the string index? String name. No, this is the label and column name. So Pavani, I'm going to use it here instead of Pavani. What is your initial Pavani? PA.
K.
No, K is already there, right? Okay. Okay, let me make it as a no, PA is fine. Now R start update string int number. What number that is? 3, right?
Yeah.
PA. Now after finishing this one, I had to update it. Update row. This method I am going to call here. Invalid column name.
I think you have to specify name, username as a in place of Pavani because it's asking column label.
Excellent. Invalid operation for read only drill set. Update string. What is the solution for this? Invalid operation for read only drill set. Okay. This is not required. Let's debug the application quickly. The update string method makes the changes, the update string method make the changes in the values available in the memory of Java application in order to apply these changes to the database. We must use update row method Okay. Here, what I want to show here is conquer read-only method. By using conquer read-only method, we can do modifications to the existing database, existing objects. I think we maybe messed up with our data. We have one less data here, but we are giving correct one. I'll correct this in this. Can anybody tell me what is the error? What is read-only result set here? Invalid operation for read-only result set.
Yeah. You have to change that conquer read only maybe.
Yeah, the concept is conquer. Okay, great. Who is this?
Pavni.
Conquer updatable. Again, same issue. Now we'll use our methods. There is one more method called conquer. Sorry, I think can you please title the notes? In conquer update method, I think we can perform the modifications using a result set that is conquer updatable. Operation for read on result set delete row. Why read on again? I'm not able to update it. See here, this is a demo line number 41. I'm not able to update it.
How can you update a result set if it is only read only? I mean.
It is not read on, right? It is updatable.
Okay.
We can update. Updatable means we can update it. I'll show you this example tomorrow. Again, how to updatable.
Chaitanya, about 42 line RS update string 3 come up here. Can you just remove that line and try once?
Yeah, that is only
Uh,
that is only main thing, that is only meaning it will update the
yeah.
data. Needed operations for it only will set update string again. Yeah, fine, Mash. We'll go ahead. Okay, this is the methods where we'll update. I will fix the issue tomorrow. This is the methods where we use for updating the records, and also we can use some of the methods to insert the records, insert the new records. Update string. Same by using update string methods, everything we can use insert record. If you use here update row is there, right? There is a method called as insert row. So if you want to insert any data, right, we are going to insert by using insert row. After updating, we are going to insert by using insert row method. Basically, we never use the scrollable and updatable result set. We never prefer to use. Okay. It is better not to use scalable and concurrent updatable rule set. It is better to not to use scalable and concurrent updatable rule set, even though the Jdbc driver has to do several operations internally. The driver allocates more amount of memory for supporting these features. For supporting this feature. I have an application here. The application in the application I have one ID, user ID, and I have one username, and I have one first name, and I have address one for street, city, state. Address two for street, city, state. User ID, username, password, address 1, address 2, state, city, state. Okay, I have one user has two addresses, address 1, address 2. I'm going to store the data. Store reset. So I have two records, two addresses, one user, two addresses. When the please take this diagram. When the user clicks store button, the application must store the data in the two tables. The application must store the data in the two tables. User ID, username, and password. Users table. No. Address table. Again, user ID, area number, state, city, state. These are two tables are available. One table is called as users table. One more table I am going to make it as a address. This is my requirement. Okay. So basically, data in Jdbc applications, this will be completely used in the backend logic. Basically, data will come from the to store the data. The data will come in many ways. It can come from online application also. Suppose if we see in a Gmail application, I'm not telling Gmail is developed in Java. We see in Gmail application, there is a register link or sign up link is there, right? Sign up button. If you click on sign up button, you should enter first name, last name, father name, mother name, and your phone number, and click on submit button. Though if you click on submit button, what data will be there? So that the data will be go and stored in the database. The data we are going to validate by using Jdbc applications, Jdbc API. Okay. Can someone help me to create the data, create the tables? Can someone help me quickly create the tables? Since we have already users table is available, user ID, username, password, address. So I don't want this address here now. I want to create a new addresses. Can someone? Anybody is there?
Yes, Chaitanya.
Yeah. Who is this?
Pavni.
Yeah.
Can you show me that?
Yes, one second, I'm loading it. I think I have stored somewhere. Yeah. This is EMP, right? Shall we go with EMP? create
Yeah.
a table called EMP, because naming convention already users are there, right? I don't want to disturb the users again. Create table system EMP. See, existing tables are there, right? Select start from EMP. Drop EMP, right? Anywhere drop. How to use drop?
Drop table name.
Suguna, are you practicing SQL?
Yeah, yes, Chaitanya.
Okay. EMPF name. Address I don't want. Address 1. State.
City.
State. City. It's fine, right? Pavani, correct me.
Street. Street is also there, Chaitanya.
Yeah, state I already entered here.
Yeah.
State, city. Everybody's clear? I'm creating a table. No. Table is there now. Again I am creating the address table. So address table is there here and EMP table is here. Now I want to insert some data into the EMP. I want to write EMP insert statement. Yeah. Now 01, employee name is Suguna, and employee F name is what? Yes. Okay. ABC. I'm inserting this data in the database. Now, for this Suguna, she has two addresses. So let me create a two address insert statements. So now tell me. Tell me, Agana, Suguna, your address? Your
One.
employee is 01?
Employee 101. Yeah. Okay, mouse. 3D.
3D, yeah. Okay.
Ah.
It's fine. I don't have 3D laptop. Street?
Okay. Southport Circle.
What?
Southport Circle.
I read South.
Yeah. Yeah.
State?
Michigan.
Spelling?
MICH. GAN.
You know, right?
Yes.
Yeah. City? CA?
Yeah. Keep it CA.
CA means?
Think just like that I said. It's not a right address.
It's California or CK. Now, you have one more address, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you give me that address? 40.
North.
Okay. Why northeast will go? Because north already Pawan is staying.
Okay. Chicago. Actually,
Los Angeles and so CH. Okay. So for timing, we'll test with Suguna only. Okay. So I'm going to insert these records in the database. The application has to execute three insert statements to carry out. The application has to execute three insert statements to carry out the task. So we can say this application must execute. We can say this application must execute three insert statements as part of a transaction. As part of a transaction. Most of the business applications, we must provide the code to execute multiple SQL statements to carry out the transactions. You want that? No? Most of the business applications, we must provide multiple insert statements multiple SQL statements to carry out the transaction. Carry out the transaction. We can control the transaction. We can control the transaction. We can control the transaction by using connection dot set auto commit to false. Take this line. By using connection dot auto commit to false. What is transaction? What is transaction?
Having multiple
Executing-
SQL statements with a commit.
Someone tell me correct answer.
Executing multiple insert statements with auto commit.
That is not transaction.
Any kind of updates or insert something which is performing on the database, that is called a transaction. Something is happening on the database.
Executing multiple statements, SQL statements. This is called transaction, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That answer I am expecting. That answer I already told.
Yeah.
This is called concentration. If concentration is there, it will come also automatically. Now I am going to delete my data. I am going to insert this data into from the application. Okay. Now see, any data is available in address. Now employee. Now. So same data I am going to use from my application. Clear, right? I have 3 SQLs now. Statement dot. I'm loading the statement from the connection. Statement dot execute update of VSQL 1. Now run the application. So I'm going to insert the data. Go and check the database. Data is there, right? Now, there is a method in system dot in dot read method. What this method will do?
Takes reads input from the system.
No.
It reads the data.
I'm going to read one more SQL here, SQL2, because I don't want to run again, because it will be commented, because again it will give the unique constraint error. Okay, sorry, this is not expected. Okay. Now I'm going to run 3. Now data is stored in the database. Data is not stored. Oh, how? Why? Someone tell me why? Anything wrong in your
We
Java
have to
code?
perform commit.
Yeah, that is there, but why? Anything wrong in your Java code? Okay. Now, connection dot commit. If you are well versed with SQL, right, you may be knowing there is, if you do any operations, you have to commit the changes. Either you have to use this arrow mark, or you have to write a commit comment here, and you have to execute like this. You have to execute and you have to execute. But in the same line, we are going to use Java code here. Connection dot commit method. Once you run this one, right, automatically data will be stored. And always in try catch blocks. Always in try catch blocks, we must execute connection dot rollback. If something happen, connection dot rollback. What error I am getting here? Connection dot rollback. Again, add try catch blocks. Now if you see what will happen, I'm running the application. The data will be stored successfully. Verify the data in the database. Select star from address. Still it is not there. Why? Yes. Then the first execute update method is called. When the first execute update method is called, the insert statement will be executed and the row will be stored in the temporary database table. And the row will be stored stored temporarily in the database table. Similarly, when the second and third execute update are called, the two rows will be inserted in the database temporarily, underlined temporarily. When the application calls, two rows inserted in the database temporarily. When the application calls, commit method, connection.commit method, the database server commits the transaction. The database server commits the transaction. If this application terminates, after executing two insert statements, the database server roll back the transaction. The database server roll back the transaction. Inside the bracket, the DB server discards the DB server discards the changes that were made in the transaction till that point. Changes that are made in the transaction till that point. Okay. So what is transaction? How to commit the transaction? In Jdbc API, write a question. How to start a new transaction? In Jdbc API, there is no method exclusively for starting a transaction. A transaction is started when the database connection is established. First point, when the database connection is established, next point, when the transaction is ended by calling either commit method or rollback method. Sorry. Next, second point, when the transaction is called by calling either commit method or rollback method. Set auto commit. Set auto commit is set to true. Connection.set auto commit is set to true. The Jdbc driver commits the transaction. The Jdbc driver commits the transaction after executing every SQL statement. So I no need to use explicitly commit here. If I declare as a commit equal to true, It will automatically commit the transaction after executing every SQL, SQL1, SQL2, SQL3. Okay. In this case, we cannot control the transaction. We cannot control the transaction because something I entered wrong data. I inserted by mistakenly. I run the query by mistake. Suppose I entered here instead of 10D, I entered. Okay. So that scenario by mistake is wrong data, right? So again, she will go to court and on me and say that I inserted wrong data on my address. So instead of that one, I don't want to face this type of problems. So I don't want to make it as a true here. If you make it true, what will happen? What will happen? If you make it true, by default, all the queries will execute automatically. It will commit the data. In this case, we cannot control the transaction. This is why we must set auto commit to always false in the applications.
By default, it is true or false?
I'll get back to you. By default, I think it is false.
Yeah, it is by default false.
I'll get clear on this. Okay. So next class we'll discuss about prepare statements and callable statement and batch updates and types of drivers if possible. Then we'll move to Hibernate next class. So there will be 5th of February Hibernate will start. Is it fine?